Got the standard 6.5-inch GT radio with navigation. Today I'm going to install the 2019 version GTS radio in this bike. It's Harley's new touchscreen fancy radio that only works in the 2019 and ups. And they're right, it doesn't work in the older bikes, but luckily Sounds came out with an interface that allows the CAN from the radio and the bike to communicate and lets you use the new radio in an older Rushmore bike. So radio, there's the kit that I bought. So radio interface came with a new button, GPS antenna, which I shouldn't need, and some instructions. I'm not going to show you guys how to take the fairing off, but I'll get that all taken apart. There's plenty of other videos out there to show that, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty on this install. Okay, I've got all the fairing off, unplugged all these connectors, USB, AM, FM, GPS, and then there was one ground here. So I'll bop these two screws out, pull the radio out, and then we'll keep going. Okay, here we can see I got the radio out. I think I'm going to try and tuck the interface down underneath here. Here's the two radios side by side. As you can see, they're nearly identical. I'm going to go ahead and transfer this bracket from my old radio onto the new GTS. But connections on the back, identical. Okay, I got the radio set in. I'm going to test fit everything or fire it up, make sure it works before I go ahead and button everything back up. All the connectors are connected. I guess I was kind of wrong. I'm going to put the interface module underneath right in here. There's a couple holes here, and there's kind of a bracket thing that will allow it to bolt in there. So we'll do that once we check to make sure that it actually works. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the bike on and see what it does. Well, it's definitely firing up. Well, looks like it works. So I'm going to go ahead and button it up, and then we'll play with it a little bit more, test everything out. Okay, everything is buttoned back up. I did get the module mounted up inside here, and I just put a zip tie around it in case the Velcro ever got funny. I ended up tucking the harness way back down inside here. You can kind of see underneath the radio. The rest of it's pretty self-explanatory. Plugged it all in. Now I'll go ahead and button the fairing back up, and we'll test it out to make sure everything works. Okay, I've got everything installed, back together, buttoned up. Go ahead and peel off the protective film, and we'll light this thing up.
Our business and make recommendations on how to be more efficient with projects of any size. And if you like what you hear, they'll suggest rebates to help you pay for the upgrades. That means you have more ways to improve.
I did go ahead and pair it with my phone already, but I just wanted to show everybody that all the features work.
Responsible by nature. Idol has over 28 million screaming and tweeting for more. I can't stop watching.
Now, on the Milwaukee 8 engines, when you have your info screen and go to the engine, it just shows oil pressure okay. And this one, it actually does show the oil pressure, so that's a good thing. All the features work, the nav.
killed 2 women and got away with it.
And I'm going to go ahead and plug in my iPhone. It's already paired, and then we should be able to fire the CarPlay right up.
Did he kill again? And this time, can she prove it?
I have
Okay, so there we go. CarPlay's working. See, CarPlay. All my stuff right there. Perfect. Now I should note that I don't have a wireless headset interface module. There's no WHIM on this bike, but when it's coded with the adapter, it allows the CarPlay to work without having to add the wireless headset. I don't have any headset plugged in right now or anything. But looks like it's working perfect. So the only thing I'll add is it's obviously not cheap. I think I paid around $1,600 for the radio, and the interface is about $450. Now what I did was I actually sent the radio directly to Sounds, and they flashed it. It does need to be flashed in order for the radio to work. They have to put it into a 19 bike, flash it, and then activate the radio, and then it'll work. Otherwise, you can take it to a Sounds dealer, and they'll be able to flash it and get everything working too. But I just didn't want to mess with going to the dealer, so I sent my radio directly to Sounds. They flashed it, sent it to me, hooked it up, and as you can see, works perfect. So there you go. You can put a 2019 GTS radio in a 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 bike. So whatever the dealer tells you, obviously you're seeing right here, it can be done.